Hello everyone, Zakilos here, and today we're going to review some canister set from 2009, from the first wave of this year. So it's going to be some Glatorian set, of course, and today is going to be the bad guy, the Squall, right here. So of course, yeah, there is tons of different Squalls, there is not just one unique guy. So anyway, here's the canister. So you can see it's a simple canister because you have the canister lid right here, and then you have the lower part, which is all in black, and which are the parts in fact. So yeah, the canister lid is not really that interesting. Of course, it's black because it's one of the main color of Squall, but as you can see on the upper side, it's not really that interesting at all because it's just some random shapes. So yeah, it does not represent anything. Like for example, the 2008 canister lid, which look like yes, like the Ignika, so the Mask of Life. So anyway, just passing it. So here's Squall. So of course the front pictures: Barnacle, Squall, the Tornax, which is a new projectile of this year, Glatorian, the Edge Condition, stuff like that. And yeah, so nice background with some Scorpion, I think, on the background, and of course some steps, because on every canister there's some steps. And yeah, so of course it's all about some gray and color like that. So it's really nice to have finally, not everyone got this background, and it's unique to the Squall. So yeah, it's their region and where they live, I think. So I think that's quite all. Barnacle written here. Another part for Squall. Also it shows you Attackus, which is black Agori, so the Agori of the Stone Tribe, I think. Excuse me. The Barnacle action figure game. The fact how to launch your Tornax or the projectile. The barcode, and we're gonna find how to put a Squall in there. And you can see the barcode is in fact Squall with some numbers instead of the letters. For example, a 4 instead of the A. So Squall, and that's quite all for the canister. So quite nice just for the background, but each 2009 canister got really a nice background from the first wave, because the second wave is more simple in fact. And yeah, so you got the part list right there. You got how to play the game, so in fact it's really simple. Just touch your opponent on his canisters and put off some points on his life counters, which look like some kind of little wheels, and then make him kind of die or just win over him. All the set released in the first wave, so with the Titan and the Agori. The nice poster with all the Glatorian sets, so for victory, for glory, and for power. And yeah, so it's also show you some ads for the Agori set and the Titan set, so Tuma and also Pharaoh and Skirmix, the Bone Hunters. And that's all, I think. So we're gonna talk about Squall itself. So just let me. Oh yeah, of course you're supposed to. It's got some nice shapes. This one is got only a new kind of frames. So we're gonna talk about this just right now. So here we go with the lower part of the body with the legs. So yes, also of course the color scheme this time is black, and also some matte red, so some just red, not dark red, or some all dark red, or call it like you want, as you want. So it's kind of nice, it's kind of original also, because the last time we see black, it was I think with yes, we got some dark red with some black with entrails. But yes, it's kind of the first time we got this color scheme, and it's looking pretty nice because of the more of the less dark color, like this one, like the red. So anyway, as you can see, you got the metal pelvis, and also you got some part of the frame. So for the frame, we're gonna use this part, which is a L-shaped part, which was with the Makuta in 2008, which helped to link them to their Makuta, to their Matoran, excuse me. And also got this part, which is the which is at first a knee cover part. It's also used on Vorax, on the knee, and also on the shoulder armor. But this time we're gonna use this a third piece, because yes, there are third parts, like there are 3 parts like that in this set. We're gonna use the third one to link the body. So we're gonna put this just on this part, and we're gonna see later what purpose these parts have. And unlike the Vorax part, this time it's just a plain black. It's not some red fade or stuff like that. So you're gonna find this part of the knee cover, the trouser, then some metro leg, where you used tons of time in 2009, and then some Inika cloud fit. So it was also used on Yuki and also on New Paru, on Onua Mystica, so nothing really new white ear. And yeah, this time it's like Vovox, the life counter is put on the feet, so it's kind of on the foot, so it's kind of weird anyway. So you can of course put it off, and of course also it's made with like a metal chest cover and the life, and then you got the life counter, which is not a new part, but for the Bionicle, of course they put some number on there, and it works as a life counter. So that's quite all. We're gonna talk about the upper part of the body. Just gonna put off the head. So yeah, as you can see, in fact, it's just an INECA body frame, but this time we're gonna put this in this side, and it will be kind of yes, a kind of a custom shape, yes, kind of custom frame, so kind of nice. But we're gonna see that later. We're gonna talk about the arms right now. So of course, double long connector in wide. There's nothing really new with this double long connector because they were released before with Akan, but yeah, it's still kind of nice to have new types of connectors. Because of course this is a new shape from 2008. From the shoulder armor, they gotta use some Squall Sword, in fact, so because as you can see, it's also used as this primary weapon. But yeah, so this time it's also used as this shoulder weapon, and this part will be reused on Attackus or on Tuma with different color on this part. This time it's red, of course, because this is the color of the Squall, but on Tuma, for example, it's lime green. So kind of nice, kind of strange because it's really long and well, it's just like they put some sword on the arms, but it still looks fine, in my opinion. Even it's just okay for me. It's not really impressive or everything, but yeah. The impressive part, in fact, is the primary weapon. So you can see some classic arm, or at least legs used as arm, and then some hands, of course. This time in normal red. With Stronus, we're gonna have some dark red, and I think we're gonna wait for the new team in 2010, the Hero Factory, to have some black hands finally. But yeah, what is impressive is the primary weapon because it combines the sword and also the Tornax itself. So of course the Tornax is the collectible of this year, the projectible of this year, excuse me, with two silver parts, and the Tornax part itself, which is made of one hard plastic, which is a black black part, and then soft plastic part right there. So in fact you just have to press your finger like that and it works. Not press your finger, but yeah, press these two parts with your fingers and it works pretty well. Pretty well, excuse me. And yeah, so yeah, what's really impressive is yeah, I think they will do a good job with this sword because it's not like they just put this sword on the hands and stop and just like that. No, they decided to put this part, which is a Mato Maui blade, which is kind of nice because it's recolored in black, and I think this is the first time we're gonna see that in black. I don't think that in Exoforce it was released in black, just in red. And yeah, as you can see, it's really nice because you have two functions on this weapon. It can fire the Tornax or be used as sword. So really a good job on this sword with this part right there on the back, on the rear part of the sword. Really nice, seriously, it's really well done. But one other impressive part is also the shield, the famous Squall shield, which in fact is just a simple part put to the end with this piece, so it's kind of simple. But the shield itself is really magnificent work, as you can see, because it's not symmetrical at all, and it's not a sticker, so you can clearly see it's in I'm gonna say it's in 3D, but not. As you can see, there's really some shape on there. It's not a flat surface with just some sticker on there. No, it's really just a nice one. So of course we got some red and black. It's really well done, and of course we got all this kind of a saw on the side, right there. And yeah, of course, it's a maze. In fact, it's a maze. So yeah, it is. It's the shape of the maze, with different shape, as you can see right there. Yeah, it's really impressive. It's really one of the. I think it's one of the most beautiful Bionicle parts ever made. I do not think it's in the top 3, but still, it's really a well done part. So we are almost done. So we're gonna put these parts. I think this is, yeah, we're gonna put the head first, maybe it's gonna help me more. So here's the head. It's made with the new neck part, which is kind of the Ordica neck part, but this time it's all in the same way, the ball joint and the two hole, and also there is one pinhole this time and not two axle holes, so you still have one axle hole but not two of them. Also you got the Gladiator hand, of course, it's in trans orange, so nothing really new or interesting. Of course, it's a robotic one. We got 3 axle all, one on the upper side, because this time the helmet, not the mask, got some axle white ears on the upper side and not on the mouth. Even if on this helmet the mouth is covered. Just look at Meteus for some uncovered helmet mouth, which are kind of nice. And as you can see, the helmet is really nice because it's got really a long wear part. It's kind of I think it's kind of bulkier than the Atticus one, which was I think way thinner than this one. But it's really look well, and also you can see it's not symmetrical, so you got some interesting parts right there, and asymmetrical little parts here and there with some holes. Really nice one, and yeah, you got this work feeling with the part right there with the polished surface made designed like it look like some stone. I just have some problem with the kind of move right there, kind of look weird in my opinion. But apart from that, it's really a nice end. So we're gonna put this like that, and yeah, I think it's. Let's let me check the instrument booklet to be sure to do something which is right and not something wrong, because I do not want to yeah, to do something wrong. So oh yeah, yes, and just I think I just have a yeah, because I thought you have to link some parts together, but not. In fact, there is some little technique. So yeah, we're just gonna put this like that. Yes, and in fact, as you can see, even which is nice is that even if this part does not have one other part right there to link it well, with with the shape of this part, it blocks the neck block on this part. But of course, I think you can. Oh no, you can't. Also, no, I think maybe yeah, you can't really do other way. But it's kind of nice, even if it's smooth. It's just a little. So here's Squall in his finished form. So excuse me if it's kind of dark and you can't see him well, but I think that the artificial light really don't yes, doesn't do him some justice. So anyway, we're gonna talk about the articulation now. So yeah, of course this part can be weird because it's really long. So if you touch head with that or stuff like that, it can be weird. You can turn this all the way right there. You can turn the elbow part more like 90 degrees, in fact, only all the way up, so it's really nice. Really well situated. You can move the hands in every way. The shell is maybe more blocked, but not really. You can do that tons of where you can't really do that much pose with the shell anyway. The head can look down, kind of little up, but just a little, and on the side, of course. The legs now can go all the way up, so no problem at all with this one. And even with this one, with the life counter, no, it's just a design problem, so there is no articulation problem at all. So we're gonna do some sword, for example, like that. Maybe he's gonna defend himself. So yeah, it's kind of hard still to pose the shield, in my opinion, but apart from that, it's really a nice set. Yeah, I like that. Maybe more. Yeah, I like that. So that I think that's all on Squall. So what's to like and not to like? So what's to not like? First, yeah, just the life counter, which is where it is put. Of course, they can't really put this on the back, so they decided to put this on the foot. Anyway, you can tweak that and just put off the part, and you will have kind of a perfect Squall. Also, the shield can't really move in tons of way. And I think that the sword as shoulder armor can be weird at first because it seems that they were lazy and don't really want to design new one or to do some specific stuff. But still, it kind of look like an original to have some guy with some kind of long shoulder or kind of long shoulder armor. And I think that's quite all. Yeah, also yeah, now the parts, it depends on what parts you're looking for, in fact, because if you just look at the legs, of course, it's kind on the arms, there is nothing really interesting or new, because we have seen this part tons of time. This is just in Akan, but still, I think, and this one also, but yeah, it's really not really a problem, because we got tons of interesting parts on the other side. And I think that's quite all for the cons. Also, may do not like this little part, but I think they still do a nice job because they can do another way. And yeah, what's to like? No, the color scheme is pretty nice because it's pretty original, and I think it's really this red and the black really match well together. We already know that the dark red and the black match well, but I think that it's really a nice one this time. The overall design, of course, is pretty good due to the original frame, because of the use of the L-shaped part, which also used on the Strack set. So this time, yes, they use this in this way, and it's also really do a good job. Seriously, it's really nice to have a different base. Different body frame, excuse me. So yeah, it's really nice, and it's nicely done. That's just all. So yeah, I talk about the color scheme, I talk about the frame, which is unique, and now I'm going to talk about the parts, which are really nice, because yeah, we got three swords, which are really well done, of course. You got this part, which is really kind of interesting, I think, because the black is the color that fit most of all Morgs or creation, so it'd still be nice to have some black parts to fill the hole or stuff like that. And also this part also is kind of new. The head is really nice, apart maybe for the mouth. I don't really like this, but that's maybe just me. And of course the shield, which is just used in this set, I think, because they didn't use it on Tuma. Even if in the movie it got some, I think it got some some shield, but with some lime green and not some red. So yeah, just shield. Also the sword is not really okay, I mean there is some nice part on it, but overall the sword it's got really a pretty nice design. I think that overall the squad really got nice weapons, the shield and the sword are really perfect, just perfect parts in my opinion. Really, not really that tons of problem with that. Some people may don't like the ball joint right here with no, yes, the connector without any ball joint in there, but still it's you can mod this you can mod this and just put a ball joint in there if you want to freeze the hole. But apart from that, yeah, so original frame, unique parts which are really nicely done, color scheme which is really colorful also. Yeah, it's really nice and refreshing for me. So yeah, it's one of the best sets of the first wave. In fact, I really think that every set in the first wave, I really like every set in the first wave, but yeah. So yeah, I can't really say there is one better than another, or there is the best set of the wave, but I think this is just one of the best seriously, because it's got his unique frame, it's got nice color scheme like all the other guy, and it's got some nice weapons and so yeah. I think that if you do not own a squad, just go out and try to find some because it's really nice in my opinion. And also it got really some nice articulation, which I did not mention, but yeah, as you have seen earlier, the articulation are pretty solid. So anyway, that's all for my review on Squall. I hope you enjoy it. I also hope you have had your own opinion on this set thanks to my review. And I think this will be all, so see you later for another Binding Cave video review. Bye!